What's up, Get Fit fam? It's your boy Allende coming back at you with this reloaded podcast. So, guys, I'm in Mexico City, and we're doing an episode of Travel Alphas. This is going to be Mexicana Monday. So, welcome to the first season of Mexicana Mondays. Every Monday, we bring in you episodes from Mexico. For now, we're in Mexico City. Eventually, we'll get to Cancun, Tulum, Tijuana, Guadalajara, all that good stuff. But right now, we're focusing on Mexico City. And I got three lovely Mexicanas here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Let's just go ahead and introduce the ladies right now and get it over with. Let me get your name, your age, and your relationship status.
Perfect. My name is Eleni. I'm 24 years old, and I'm single for now.
Mi nombre es Pinky, tengo 21 años. ¿Y qué más preguntó?
Si eres soltera.
Y estoy soltera.
Okay.
My name is Caroline. I'm 33 and I'm single.
Okay, so real quick, guys, everybody here speaks English except for Pinky. So these two lovely ladies are going to combine efforts to help us get a translation from Pinky. So, all right, let's get into the first question. I don't even know what the first question is. Man. All right, so you said you were single.
Yeah.
And you said you were single.
All of us
solitaire?
are soltera.
I'm like learning Spanish gradually. Okay, and you're also single?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys want to give a quick reason why you're single? ¿Por qué?
¿Por qué estás soltera?
Creo que no he encontrado a alguien con quien conecte.
She said she didn't find anyone that she can connect.
Connect. Okay, we're going to go a little deeper with that. All right, who's next?
Yeah, well, honestly, I've been on a really bad relationship a few years ago, so I don't want to have any relationship with someone for now.
All right, you're taking a break, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Did your boyfriend ride bikes, too?
No.
Really? That's probably why. That's probably why you didn't last.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have a really long relationship, so I am having like a time off to know myself, to grow and to meet different type of men and see what is the best that for now. The best that combine with my life now.
I wonder if you guys know how similar your answers are to women in other parts of the world. It amazes me how women's answers are so similar. Different countries, different cultures, different language, same ideology. Huh.
We all grew with Disney.
Yeah.
I think that's a part of the trauma.
All right, so the topic for today is, what is the best way to meet a Mexicana? In your opinion, what's the best way for a guy to meet you?
Well, my personal opinion is if I hang out to a bar or something, I can meet someone, but I will not be like dating him. So I prefer to, I don't like when I just met someone like in Paris. I prefer something more like in a coffee store or something more personal that I really like. Also, I love going to the gym. So if I met someone at the gym, I think that can be a possibility to hang out.
Okay, but what if there's a guy who's going to circumvent that, like me, because I would never let that be a boundary, and he says to you, hey, you want to step outside, and he separates you from that environment. Now it's a personal environment.
Yeah, I will go.
Don't listen to women, guys. Just develop a strategy. All right, someone translate for her the question, where's a good place, or what's her preferred way for a guy to meet her?
¿Cuál es la mejor manera en que te gusta conocer a algún chico?
Creo que una buena cena y platicar mucho.
She's saying that in a good dinner, to have a really interesting conversation.
Oh, that's a date. I mean, like, how does the guy, like, meet her? Okay, I'll give you examples. Should he try a dating app? Probably should ask you guys if you're on dating apps. Should he try a dating app, or would it be, like, maybe social media, Instagram, DM you? Or should he approach you in real life? Or should he ask someone that knows you, hey, can you introduce me?
Está preguntando
¿Cómo te gustaría conocerlo? Ya sea de que en aplicaciones de cita, en Instagram.
En persona. Me gusta conocer a la gente en persona.
Approach her or send somebody? Send a messenger?
Approach her, like meeting exactly in person.
Cold approach. Okay. What about you? Best way for a guy to meet you? you'd be most receptive?
I think that in the space he is, like, he calls my attention. It's a party, it's on a museum, it's on the street. I think it's calling my attention. Or in an app. Yeah, I think that.
Or in an app?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, give us some good examples of how to get your attention in person.
I don't know, I think it's the energy.
Energy?
I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's people when you enter the room that you are just like.
All right, let me rephrase the question because it's really hard to ask women how guys should conduct or strategize. So let's try this. What has worked in the past? How's a guy gotten your attention in real life in the past and it's worked?
I think always like maybe asking something, like you are waiting or you are seeing something, I don't know, you're doing an activity and he tries to engage. Like, or even with the hour, like, hey, can you give me the hour? And he starts the conversation. I think that could be a really simple way. Yeah.
I like to rely on facial expressions personally, guys. You can say a lot with body language and facial expressions. And you can also gauge if she's even interested or approachable. All right, so, okay, we got that question out of the way. All right, do you prefer an assertive alpha approach from a man or something more subtle and more passive?
I think now I prefer something more passive, like a person that already is stable in their life. Also, I like an alpha, but I think not for now.
I think you're cool. I think you misunderstood the question. I was talking about like the energy in which the guy approaches you. Do you prefer for him to be like assertive and dominant, or do you prefer him to be passive, like maybe send a note or you know what I mean? Maybe wave or something like that. Something a little more. Or maybe send a barista or a cocktail waitress over to you and say, hey, I'd like to buy you a drink. That's more subtle than the guy coming over to your table and saying, hey, how are you? What's your name?
I prefer that he reach directly to me.
Directly? Yeah. Okay, I'm not saying one's better or the other, guys, because it depends on the situation, I think, and the female, and the tone. Read the room. Sometimes assertive is better. Sometimes passive and indirect is actually better. The point is get it done. That's the overall point is don't not do it. Get it done. I've sent notes, and I've been very assertive. It depends on which time. If she's with her parents, I'm sending a note. You know what I mean? Translate.
¿Qué prefieres? ¿Que un chico sea como directo y que te hable directamente a ti o que sea como más pasivo, de que mande a alguien a hablarte?
O que te mande una nota también. O sea, quizá como se acerque para conocerte, digamos.
Creo que sí, prefiero que sea más directo, que lo haga él mismo. Porque podría ser raro, ¿no? ¿Qué tal y me enamoro del amigo? O algo así.
She said that she preferred it like more directly because she cannot get confused that way, and maybe she can get in love with the friend or something like that.
Well, you'll never end up in the friend zone being direct and assertive. That's for sure. All right, what about you?
I don't know. I like also direct approach, but like the subtle ones, if it's like, it depends on the occasion.
And the guy. I think it depends on the guy also.
Yeah.
I can't be assertive majority of the time. I have to be a little more subtle because I can be intimidating. For that, and some women aren't comfortable with people knowing that they would be attracted to me, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes not the woman's not interested, but she doesn't like the idea of people knowing she would talk to a guy like me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Okay. Next question. What are your views and experiences on dating apps? And I should have asked, so let me preference that. Are any of you on dating apps?
¿Has usado aplicaciones de citas? Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, me
Yes?
too.
Yes.
How many each?
¿Cómo cuántas veces tú?
No, ¿cuántas tienes?
I used to have 2 only.
2? Okay.
Ninguna, cero.
¿Ya no tienes ahorita?
No.
No? No one for now.
None for now?
For now.
For now, none. Okay. And what about you?
1.
Only one? In your opinion, which is the best one?
I like Bumble because you have to make the first move. Well, like the girls have to
Not that women do much with that first move, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes I just failed to match the person, and it was like, oops, it wasn't you. So they reach out to me, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to talk to you.
Oh, wow.
So I prefer to make the first move in order just to completely sure
Okay.
that I like the guy.
No bullshit, no cap. What is your first move? Don't lie. What is your first message?
It depends.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, I try to be funny. Like an example, with a biker guy, I'm like, can you get me a road or something? Or I ask like a specific, what is your type of motorcycle? Or
Okay.
just to make like a conversation and just don't be like,
So you actually say something.
yeah,
Because 80% of the women, their first move is hi, hey, hello. No, I'm dead ass serious. I read the studies and the data. So it's not just personal experience. I read the data. And over 80% of women on Bumble, their first move is one word. And it defeats the entire purpose of the app, because the whole point is to give the women the initiative. And what do they do with it? Hey, you continue to do all the work like everywhere else in life. Right? Okay. What about you? What do you think the best dating app was for you?
No me gustan las aplicaciones para citas.
pero nunca usaste una.
Solo una vez.
Okay. She don't like any app.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Instagram.
Eso es bueno.
Instagram.
Or Instagram.
Dating app, man, in disguise. What about you?
I use Bumble, and my first line is if there's a question, because some guys can.
Yeah, they even give women prompts.
Yeah, yeah.
They even give you handicaps. They're like, all right, look,
Yeah.
copy and paste this.
They ask you, I don't know, like, what's your favorite movie, or what's the last thing that made you smile, something like that.
so corny.
So I don't know. I answer first. If there's a question, I answer. And like I say hi, and ask about, I don't know, if they are travel, like how's the travel going, how's the week starting. It depends on the period of time. Like,
So we all agree men should do the approaching. Yeah. I think that's the guy's responsibility. All right, another question. Has social media improved or ruined dating, in your opinion?
Ruined dating.
Ruined? Completely? How old are you again?
24.
Like you can remember when there was no internet. Like you can remember when there wasn't no social media. Get out of here. Okay.
la pregunta es si las redes sociales te han como, ¿crees que han arruinado el mundo de las citas? O sea, que si eso afectó.
O mejorado.
Creo que sí ha arruinado un poquito la manera de relacionarse con las personas, porque se puede aparentar muchas cosas muy fácilmente en redes sociales, ¿no? O sea, creo que hay mucha gente fake, yo considero. O sea, las aplicaciones de citas creo que no me gustan, porque la mayoría de gente que está ahí es falsa. O sea, no es real lo que está ahí.
She's saying like on social media or also in dating apps, the people are fake people. So she don't like that. So she prefers just.
People, well, in person you can verify what's real and what's fake. I see why you guys go to DR and Brazil and Colombia, because no matter what the women are saying in their language, it sounds good. No matter what they're saying. Yeah, I prefer women complain and argue with me in another language. That way I don't get upset, because it sounds so sexy. Okay, what about you? Did social media improve or ruin the dating?
I think. Se me fue la pregunta, perdón. I think they changed the way. Like,
Dating?
yeah, of dating. I think they changed it completely.
Better or worse, though?
I don't know, it's only different. It has like some things good,
and some things bad.
and some things bad.
I
But
agree with that.
It definitely changed
I
it.
think it pushed the extremes in both directions, because now you can access anybody in the world. You can shoot your shot. You can give it a try. But at the same time, once you're in a relationship, it makes it extremely difficult to stay focused because there's constant other options and distractions and possibilities. And also there's a lot of women who prefer to stay single. This is important, guys. When you ask women why they're single and you're thinking, wow, she's beautiful, why would she be single? Knock it off. She's single because she's selfish and she's greedy. I'm going to tell you what it is. I've been in this position, so I understand it very intimately. What it is that when women are single, because of the way the internet works, they're constantly being offered things by other guys. So for them to have a boyfriend, they would have to forego all this other attention for one, but actual tangible items and resources. There's nobody sending no money to your Amazon wish list when you got a boyfriend who's like, who's this guy? Why'd he buy you these slippers? Who's this guy sending money to your CashApp? Who's this guy inviting you on a boat? Who is this? Who is this? Who is that? So the women say, hey, you know what? So I don't have to sit here and be frustrated that I'm passing up all these things that my boyfriend can't provide me, yet I'm giving him me, because it breeds resentment. Loyalty today breeds resentment. And I want you to pay attention to this because I want guys to understand how hard it is for women. Try to empathize. Again, I was in this position, so I know. Being an entertainer, performing for women, I was constantly being offered so much from women. I was like, I can't have a girlfriend because I would just sit there miserable, like, look at all this stuff I'm passing up because I got a girlfriend. This chick wants to take me to Europe. This chick wants to go here. This chick wants to buy me this. This chick wants to buy me Xbox. I don't even play Xbox. This girl wants to buy me a motorcycle. I don't even ride bikes. And I have to say no to all this stuff or constantly be in conflict with my girlfriend because I'm accepting all these offers from other women. So I said, you know what? I'll just be single and I can indulge myself. So that's why a lot of modern women today prefer to be single so they can accept these offers. Sorry, guys. Next question. I just want guys to understand that because I want guys to be all mad at women. Which do you find more attractive? A man that earns from working hard with his hands or a man that earns from working with his mind, his brain?
Well, I prefer a man that works with his mind. Yeah, because I think it's more attractive and smart man because they have a lot of things to talk with you and explain, and they always want to teach you or also learn together. So I prefer that.
I think guys that work with their hands are also smart.
Yeah, also, but
If you can build something,
You're right.
It requires some intelligence. You could take apart a car, put it back together. Take apart a bike, put it back together. If you're an engineer. So I don't think it's an intelligence thing, but some women prefer guys that are hands-on and gritty. And some women like a guy in a suit that says a few things and gets paid a lot of money.
yeah.
But you like the intellect. Okay. Well, what about you?
¿Qué prefieres? ¿Un hombre que trabaje, que gane su dinero con las manos o de que sea alguien de intelecto?
Un hombre inteligente. Intelecto, pues.
Okay. Yeah, also intellect.
Yeah, really? Oh, you nerds got a chance. All right, what about you?
I think it's like you said, like, if, I don't know, if someone intelligent, I think he would use the hands to get the things done. And someone that use the hands and can make money with the intelligence or like the intellect, it will be like really fine in what he's doing. I think you have to do both in any job.
I was surprised by the first two answers. I thought you guys were going to say hands-on, actually. That's what I thought you would say. In America, they say they prefer the guys that are thinking, and they're passing up the guys that are what we call the blue collar, guys that are like garbage men or construction workers, things like this. And I think it's because the women are assuming that the guys in a suit in the AC in the office are making more money than the guys that are out there getting dirty working with their hands, which is not necessarily the case at all. But I respect guys regardless if they're good at what they do. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at what you do. I'm looking at your level of, agency, how good you are at it. That's what I'm looking at. Are you in the top 20% of what you do? So for me, that's the priority. Okay, let me see. Have you heard of passport bros? Have you heard that term? Have you heard of passport bros?
¿Has escuchado el término como O sea, I think it works in English.
I don't know if it translates.
Passport bros, que sería como hermanos de pasaporte, que si has escuchado ese término.
No.
Okay, I'll explain it to you and repeat it to her. Okay. So we have this cultural phenomenon, which isn't really a phenomenon, and it isn't really new, but it's televised. It's on the internet now. And essentially what it is guys that are dissatisfied with the women in Western countries, and they have decided to travel to other countries and pursue other women, whether for dating or marriage or having families, whatever. But they've basically refrained from dating the women in the countries where they're from. And they have made an irreversible decision to only entertain women from more traditional countries. So what do you think about that concept? I know that's a lot to translate to her, but...
Well, I think it's good, but also the persons that are from their country wants opportunity with them. And, well, when you go to another country, you want to meet someone, no? I think it's what now we used to. So, yeah, but also meeting people, it's good because we are moving every time and all the countries are already including. Well, here in Mexico, we have a lot of diversity, so that's good. I don't think it's bad.
Okay. Wait, just a little bit. Let me try to shorten it for her. Guys leaving Western countries to find women in foreign countries.
Lo que hacen ahora es, vienen personas del este y, por ejemplo, buscan pareja para casarse, para tener relaciones o algo fuera de su lugar. O sea, ¿tú crees que sea algo bueno?
Como comprometerme con alguien para...
Pues con extranjeros o así. Ajá. O sea, no totalmente comprometerse, pero sí...
Hablamos de encuentros casuales.
No, como más de la experiencia.
Sí, la experiencia.
Ajá, o sea, ¿qué opinas de eso? O sea, ¿qué opinas que hombres estén viajando para conocer gente de otros lados y que a veces es como la nacionalidad, ¿sabes? O sea, que tienen esta idea como de quiero una mexicana, quiero una latina, quiero... It's like that idea, ¿no? That I want like a latina, I want some... Ajá. ¿Qué opinas como de ese fenómeno?
Pues me gusta, ¿no?
She likes that too. She says she's like it. Like.
What about you?
For me, I think it's interesting, but there are some cultures that just didn't match.
Yeah.
It you can try to work it out. I am not saying that you don't, but I think
doesn't assimilate. I know what you're saying.
Culture sometimes can be a barrier. Even if they, I don't know, cut your attention, it could be a problem at the long term, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, I personally know guys that are like married for over a decade with foreign women. My grandfather married a foreign woman. I'm a result of that. So it's worked. And like I said, it's nothing new. So guys have been doing this for like 100 years now, literally. As long as the U.S. military has been sending troops and basing them in other countries, this phenomenon has been happening. The difference is that today the guys are specifically going there for the women as opposed to being stationed there in the military, going somewhere for work, and then genuinely, organically just happening to meet someone locally and relationships develop. This is human history. This has always been the case in human history. You put any different group of people around each other, eventually they start having sex. That's life. But like I said, the difference is today the guys are leaving for that reason, not just it happening because they were already in that country for obviously some other reason, right? But you guys say that it's fine, you don't have a problem with it. But you mentioned that it does kind of leave some of the local men out of the...
Yeah, out of chances from the local...
Right, out of the dating pool. Yeah. So I will say that is definitely an issue. Although, a lot of these women are single anyway. They were single when these foreign guys got there. So it's not like they're taking people's girlfriends. They're just taking options off the table. All right, next question. Sorry, guys. All right, so what are some signs, behaviors, and hints that you give a guy when you're interested?
Well, I think I try to be nice with the person, like have this eye contact with the person that I like and continuously looking at him.
Eye contact.
Yeah, eye contact completely.
Very popular.
Yeah.
What about you?
¿Cuáles crees que sean las señales que le das a un chico cuando te gusta?
Le coqueteo mucho. O intento hablarle, me acerco. Intento interactuar con él.
She's like really flirty. She like to talk to the guy, and she get like this approach to him, so he can notice.
Toho, that's going to be very misleading to foreign guys because everything she says sounds like she's flirting.
Dice que eso puede ser muy, ¿cómo decirlo? Como muy confuso para los chicos extranjeros porque parece que todo el tiempo que hablas estás como coqueteando. Entonces, como no, naturalmente hablas así, podría ocasionar problemas.
Can be an issue.
Sí, eso explica muchas cosas.
She's saying that explains so much.
Yeah? Okay, so how do you get the point across? How do you signal? How do you hint that you want to be pursued?
I think I laugh a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even when he's not funny?
Yeah, even when he...
What if he thinks you're laughing at him?
No, but it's like different. It's other kind of laugh.
A flirtatious laugh?
Like, yeah.
Can we get an example real quick?
No.
And scene. No? No? Action?
Maybe then. I'm still nervous about the interview.
Yeah.
A little less.
All right, guys, so we're almost done. Got a couple more questions. Well, I'll sneak a little sneaky one in there. Give me an example of something that you like about dating today. What's one good thing about modern dating?
Well, I think I like when the man brings creative in the dates, and I met them and know each other. But basically that. No, I don't like too much dating for.
No? I'm a little confused. So wait, the thing that you like is that the guy can
Be creative.
Can be more creative than maybe before.
But I think it's most on the first date.
But what's before? Because you're so young. So what do you like, when do you remember things being any different? I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I'm twice your age, so I remember when things were different.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a good thing about dating?
¿Tienes algo bueno de las citas de ahora que te guste?
Pues sí, que la primera cita es linda porque los hombres siempre intentan sorprenderme.
Yeah, she said like every man in the first date, they try to impress her, so that's what she likes.
So that's why girls want to keep on breaking up and finding new guys and stay single because the beginning is the best? Is that what it is? Oh my God.
Él dice que sí es por eso como que ahora les gusta como estar, o sea que sí crees que el inicio es el mejor.
Yes. Sí.
Sí,
Definitivamente.
Wow. What if the guy is just consistent though? What if he stays the same? Everything's the same.
¿Qué pasaría si ellos siguen igual por mucho tiempo?
Como,
O
o sea,
sea, de
sigue
que
siendo
no sea solo el
detallista.
inicio.
creo que puedo llegar a comprometerme, a querer algo bien.
Yeah, like if that happens, she can be like married someone or having a stable relationship.
All right, I got something for that, but you go first.
I think that it make easier to find people that are also looking for people, like in the updates, and also when you can travel, you can have like a date, like a program date. I think that's a good thing.
So you like the opening of options, that you're not limited to your immediate vicinity when it comes to dating.
Yeah, I think it now the options are like wider.
Well, they are definitely wider. All right, so guys, with the dating, pace yourself. Because I think a lot of you guys throw too much at it in the beginning. And what happens is the women might perceive it well, but it's a misinterpretation. She's not perceiving you well. She's perceiving the special treatment and the attention well. That's what it is that she's liking and enjoying as opposed to you as the dude. So you should be pacing yourself and it should be quid pro quo. So the more she's catering to you and the more effort she's putting in is the more you should reciprocate. As you get to know her, you do more based on what you've learned. You learn more of what she likes, and then you can apply that. But just throwing so many things at the wall, sometimes the women will smile and you'll think, oh, wow, this is working. And really what it is, they're just enjoying all the effort, but they're not respecting or appreciating or valuing you and your effort. And then also what you're doing is you're actually pricing yourself out of your own market now. Because now you're creating this super high expectation and standard. And the moment you don't deliver that, like she said, now she's done and she's bored and she's moving on because she fell in love with the treatment and not you. So let's get to the last question. What do you dislike the most about dating today?
I think that nowadays everyone just are focusing to get sex. So I don't like that because I prefer just to have like something real and like connect really well with someone, not just.
Can I throw something in there real quick? Let's say hypothetically, it was 3 guys here. And I was to ask guys, hey, what is your favorite thing about dating nowadays? What do you think is the best thing about modern dating? Guess what they would say?
I don't know, sex probably, like they
Yes, they would say that the sex is more accessible and it comes sooner and earlier and with less requirements and commitment. So do you see how that's kind of like a conflict of interest? Yeah. So at the same time, if I was to ask guys, what do you dislike the most about the dating market? Guess what they would say?
That we don't want sex.
No, they would say the converse of what she said, or they would say the same thing that she said, but to us it's a negative. The fact that we're so easily replaceable now. The fact that you went on a date, it went great, couldn't have went much better, but at the same time she opened up her phone and now there's some guy on the other side of the world saying, hey, I'm gonna be in your city next week. I wanted to know if we could get coffee. And now the excitement of this new shiny thing is casting a shadow over this great date they just had. Yeah. 15, 20 years ago, that exact date would have led to marriage because they connected that well. But nowadays, because she has these infinite options, it pales in comparison to that genuine connection that they made because she's thinking, if this date was so great, imagine what the guy from Italy is gonna be like. And he might be a dickhead, he might be a piece of shit. But the fact that this was so good and there's so much other flavors I haven't tried yet. If I go in a store, ice cream, candy, whatever, and it's all new stuff to me, I'm like, oh, let me try this. Oh my God, that was fantastic. Let me try that one. Oh, that one's all right. It's pretty good. What about this one? Oh, wow, this is really good too. Wait, what about that? We got 50 more flavors in the back, sir. Oh my God, I'm gonna be here all day. So, but the first one was great. So you see how what's good for you is bad for us. What's good for us is bad for you because you can't compete with new sex, right? With new sex from new women, but we can't compete with the new experiences from new guys. So it's fucked up for both of us. It's nobody's fault. Right? Social media, burn social media. All right, last question. Sometimes I ask this in the beginning. Today I asked it last. Rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 based on how you think guys rate you. Not you, not your self-confidence. From 1 to 10, what do you think guys rate you?
Oof. Like 6 probably or 7.
Oh, sorry.
¿Cuál sería,
Explain that.
bueno, cuánto crees que los chicos te puntuarían? 9.5.
Oh, wow, okay. That sounded American. What about you? No, what do you think the guys think? I don't know. I think guys are
It
pretty...
depends on the guy on our connection.
We
but
agree on these numbers.
I think I would be like a solid 8.
Yeah? Okay. I think that's all I got for you guys today. I want to thank you for coming. Like I said, guys, Mexicana Monday. The branding is already in there, MMM. So, what is it? Mujeres? It's a woman?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of M's in that. So I think we'll keep on doing that. I want to thank the ladies for coming. Any closing thoughts, questions, comments, anything?
¿Algo que quieras cerrar o algo?
No,
I'm good.
estoy bien.
I don't give a shit. All right, well, thank you guys for coming.
Shout out Authentic Alphas. Like and subscribe.
For the boys, leave a like and leave a comment on Authentic Alphas. Hit that bell.
Shout out Authentic Alphas. Real shit.
Have a great night. Happy New Year. We'll
Happy
see you
New Year,
later.
man.
Hey, be safe.
Hey, man, I love you guys, man. Live life, brothers.